Okay, this is Boxing with the Truth, and I am the Truth, and we're here today on January 3rd, 2015 with super featherweight champion Edner Cherry. How you doing today, Edner?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, just have a nice day today, just maintaining and, just enjoying this new year.
That's good to hear. I'm hoping that you got big things coming up in the new year for yourself.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Let me start off. If people don't know, your nickname is the Cherry Bomb. Your pro record is actually 33 with 18 KOs, 6 losses, and 2 draws. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, you turned pro in 2001, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about your background. I read that you came from the Bahamas with your parents, and that they were orange pickers, and that you were picking oranges with them at the ages of 12. Is that true?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, and you're right about that.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, like right now, my family did well, which they are still farm workers. And when I came here when I was 12, well, matter of fact, I came here when I was 11. Then at the age of 12, my parents were taking us to the orange grove, to help them out. So, with the extra help, they'll make extra money. So I did that since the age of 12 of the age of 17. So that's when I got that's when I graduated. So we just did that, and after that, so that's when I saw. So basically, I kind of did that, to my school year, 12 to 17 years old.
Okay, so tell me how a teenager goes from picking oranges into the boxing ring.
Yeah, yes, sir.
How did that come about?
Your bad?
I said, so how does a teenager go from picking oranges to end up in the boxing ring?
You know what? It was. I won't say it was easy. It was hard because I didn't really enjoy my teenager years because during school, then during the summer, it's like when the school is out. You know what I'm saying? Or when school is closed or vacation or whatever, then we end up in the Orange Grove, and basically I didn't really enjoy my childhood. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. I didn't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to go or stay home, but you know what I'm saying, I had to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially like in the summer. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing but work every day, and the only day we will have off is Sundays. And then basically after I graduated, then I went and got a job with I went in amateur when I was 14 years old, but at the same time I was working, doing my amateur career.
But I mean, how did you find boxing if you were spending all that time picking oranges? Did you just stumble across a gym one day, or how did you get into boxing?
There was a good friend of mine, who we grew up with, who I grew up with. And matter of fact, we was from the same country, and so one day he came up to me. That's when I was in 6th grade, and he came up to me and told me about a boxing club, because one of his friends told him that he came and told me, and both of us went together after school, and we went and talked to the coach. And we asked him we want to box, and the next day we went in training, it'll try it out.
Okay, and so you've only had about 30 or 40 amateur fights, though, right?
Yeah. Yes, I had about 30, 40 amateur fights. I did my amateur for 5 years, but I didn't have that many fights because most of my fights was in the state of Florida, because I was a U.S. citizen, and they can't advance to the nationals, and you have to be the U.S. citizen to go. But there's most guys I would beat but I still can't go, and they'll let him go. And you know, I just stay here and fight all my fights in Florida. Then there were shows I'll go to. Then sometimes I won't even fight at all. And you know, at the same time, it started getting boring. You know, you start going to every show in the state of Florida, and it's like, man, I don't want to do this no more. It's like I go and no fight, and you know, you fight the same people over, and you know.
Okay, so let me ask you something. A lot of fighters, when they turn pro, a lot of them get padded records for a while and they stay undefeated. But you kind of didn't go that path. Your career record kind of started out 3-2-2, and so why was that?
You know what? I start off the hard way. I came up the hard way. These guys who was undefeated, and you know, start off and you know what I'm saying, they got an easy way. You know what I'm saying? They had like somebody behind them, get them an easy fight. But for me, you know what I'm saying, through the amateurs and through the pros, I came up the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight my way through the rankings. I had to fight my way through the spot. Through the spotlight and make a name for myself. You know what I'm saying? So when even like you see my record, like how it's all like 2-2, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I did the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting people like I didn't supposed to fight, but you know what I'm saying? I went and faced them, and you know that's what still keep me here. Then you'll see some of these guys that are undefeated and they got their first loss, and it's like they can't take it off. And you know, when you having to hear definitely you having to hear from them. And even though the ones that start early in their pro career, you know what I'm saying, like in the early 20s, and they are done. You know what I'm saying? You haven't seen them no more, and you know, but I'm still around. You know what I'm saying? You know, from the age of 18 when I turned pro, then till the age of 32. You know what I'm saying? I'm still around. I'm still seeking for world title. I'm still in the rankings, and so that's it. You know, I had to do the hard way coming up in the pros.
Well, I know, like right now, according to BoxRec, you're number 2 in the United States and you're 20th in the world.
Number 2 in the United States, yes, sir.
So that should make you feel pretty proud.
Say that again?
I said that should make you feel pretty proud that you came up the hard way and you're number 2 in the U.S. and 20th in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, then what's so good about it? And if you look at the rankings, you know what I'm saying? I'm number 13 or number 14 in the WBC. In the IBF, I'm number 8. Number 8 in the IBF, and you know, coming up that hard, you know what I'm saying, the hard way and not the easy way. Some of the like some of these fighters that you see, you know what I'm saying, hand-pick fights, and you know, I'm proud of myself, and you know, I could say, you know, you know what I'm saying, I did what I need to do, and you know, when I have the right team behind me, you know, we will wrap a world title around our waist.
Okay, let me ask you something. Now, you've won some minor titles like the WBC, the NBA, the NABA, the NABF, right? You have all those titles, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
So you just haven't gotten a world title yet.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had a world title yet, but you know what I'm saying? I had a chance. Well, I did fall for a world title. But he was at the wrong weight class. That's when I had fought Timothy Bradley at 140 pounds. So I was challenging him for his world title. And you know, basically I haven't had a chance to challenge anyone or fight for world title at my weight class. I haven't yet, and you know what I'm saying, I haven't had a chance yet, but I had a chance at a wrong weight class, 140. So, you know, I'm 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Fighting a guy at 140 pounds, so that that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right, and I was actually gonna bring that up. So I'm glad you brought that up. And I know that you fought on Showtime and you have fought on HBO before, correct?
Yeah, I fought Paulie Monarchy at 140. There's Timothy Bradley at 140. Then you will see if you look at Box Rec, whatever. Then you will see my last loss at that time when I was fighting at 135. My last loss was against Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz. That was my last loss at 135. Then then when you look at the recent loss, it was 140 pounds against Timothy Bradley.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You had an IBF eliminator match against Ricky Kiedis back a few years back, and you got a split decision. What happened in that fight?
Your phone breaking up. Say that again.
I said back, I think it was like in 2008 or something, you had an IBF eliminator match against Ricky Kiedis.
Yes, sir.
What exactly happened in that fight, in your opinion?
You know what? I'm saying, probably the world don't know, the fans don't know what's behind that fight. You know what I'm saying? When that fight was offered to us, my son, I just had a son. Before that fight, when I took that fight, my last fight before that was like in November or October, because my son was born like in December. Then I think October, November, one of them. Then I took off. Then when they had offered us that Ricky Kiedis fight, then I had like 3 weeks to get ready for a 12-round fight. 12 rounds. Then at that time I was working, and with 1 week I had to tell my job, hey, I have to leave for a couple of weeks, and you know what I'm saying, I got to get ready for this fight. Then 1 week I was driving back and forward because we try to find somebody to take my place at right on my job. Then so finally I find somebody. Then it seems like I put in like 8 weeks in. You know what I'm saying? 8 weeks in 3 weeks. So man, I burned my body, man, just for 3 weeks to get ready for a 12-round fight. Man, it was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? But that was the message behind that fight, because it was 3 weeks getting ready for that fight, and then even though you could see with the 1 point took off, rabbit punching, the referee said I hit him behind the head, and if the referee didn't take a point, then it would have been a draw. You know what I'm saying?
Do you personally think you won that fight?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Oh, definitely. I mean, from round one, man, I was in his face. Then you could see Ricky Kiedis. He's not a puncher. He was running. You know what I'm saying? I hate fighters like that. Just like Paulie Monarchy. They run. Ricky Kiedis, he running because Ricky Kiedis, he's not a puncher. And that was close. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to fight him in his hometown down in Miami. You know what I'm saying? On his promoter card. I had to fight him, and it was close. And with a rabbit punch, and they took a point off, and it was 114, 113, and if they didn't get that point off, that fight was gonna be a draw. And I think I won that fight because I was a much more busier guy, and staying right there, and then I was clutching the fight.
Okay, so I read somewhere that you basically feel more comfortable at 130. So are you going to stay fighting at super featherweight now and stop bouncing around in the weight classes?
Say that one more time?
I said I read somewhere that you feel more comfortable fighting at 130 in the super featherweight. So are you going to stay now in this weight class and stop bouncing around in the weight classes?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, we will stay at 130. And you know what I'm saying, because right now we have a team behind me that understands. You know what I'm saying, that what I need, like, hey, I want to fight at 130. So And I feel good with this team that we are with, and I'm excited. And before, we was down to the up and down round. It's like, man, I'm saying 140 with this and that, and it was around a little smaller guys moving up the the base class, and that don't make sense. And I feel real comfortable at 130. And I think I'm a strong guy at 130, the bigger guy at 130. And the team, we put our mind together and train and focus, and the right fight in front of us. Yes, we will become world champions.
Okay, speaking of world champions, I'm hoping to see you do some big things in 2015. Personally, I'd like to see you fight Rances Bartholomew for his belt. It'll probably come. You know what I'm saying? It will come. It's just being patient and the team making the right decision, and these fights are there. You know what I'm saying? It's just giving me the opportunity. Right now that's all I need. Give me an opportunity. That's all. You know how guys are, man, I want to fight this and that. Then you have some guys that, man, I just want an opportunity. That's all. Just give me a chance. That's what I need. I'm a guy that, hey, that's all I need is an opportunity. Just let me walk in the ring. That's all I need. Just let me sign. Just let me put my name on a contract. That's it. That's all I need. It's said and done. So what do you think of Rances? Do you think you would beat him?
You know what? Just like what I said. I think I'm the strongest, the biggest, and at a 130. Then I don't care who they put in front of me. It would be a great, good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying?
So
because we will get prepared.
What about fighting Terrence Crawford?
Terrence Crawford, you know what? That came across. I was like, you know what? I want to go up and fight Terrence Crawford because I know how much weight I carry. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, he will bounce up at 150. I don't even get that much. You know what I'm saying? But Terrence Crawford, he's a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him. But that's what I said. You have to be smart in this fight. I mean, in this sport. And Terrence Crawford, he carry his weight real well. You know what I'm saying? Fight at 135, and the night of, he's like 150. You know what I'm saying? And he's much more bigger than. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't go up and fight him then?
Because if I'm campaigning at 130, why go up and fight him at 135? Then the night of, he'd be the biggest, much more big guy. You know what I'm saying? You have to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart in this sport. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how to fight and you kabang, it doesn't mean that you want to fight everybody that they put you. That they put in front of you, and moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? Especially moving up in weight, you have to be smart. You know what I'm saying? So just like what I said, I'm saying Terrence Crawford is not 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's 135, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's moving up to 140. You get what I'm saying?
So do you have anything coming up in the 2015? Any talks right now about lining any opponents up for the next couple months?
You know what? The only message I will send is any 130-pounder saying they are the best. I'm sending this to their manager, their promoter, their trainer. If any 130-pounder think they are the best, they think they know. They think they're the best fighter out there. Hey, just come on. I'm willing to fight them. I'm willing to walk into the ring with them. And you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to face them. If any 130-pound fighters think they're the best.
So basically, you just called out the entire super featherweight division in the world.
Yeah, 130. Yeah, there you go. If they think they're the best, if they truly think they can bang with me, and hey, let's do it. You know what know what I'm saying? That's every 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? With their world title, and you know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying? Up in the top, whatever. Hey, I'm here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing is about. Fighting the best and proving yourself.
Okay, well, you heard it first here on Boxing with the Truth out of Edner Cherry's mouth himself that he will fight any 130-pound fighter in the world. He said, bring it, he will step into the ring.
Yes, sir.
All right, on another note, on something a little different, explain to me what Jordan's corner is.
What's that again?
Explain to me what Jordan's corner is.
Your phone breaking up. I don't know if it's my phone. Say it one more time. Can be quiet.
Jordan's corner.
Oh yeah, Jordan corner. You know what I'm saying? Jordan corner is a great thing that they have said. It's my manager's son. It's a kid that is Jordan. It's his name. He's disabled. And what they did, like they had a so they have this thing for him that they do called Jordan Corner, and they have so much disabled kids that stay home, that don't do nothing, and so what they do, so they gather all these disabled kids and they bring them into the gym, and they start doing exercise, working out, and things that they never. Thing that they could do, they'll put on the gloves and work out, and it's a great company that they put together for Jordan, and I love it, and it helping the disabled kids out, and because when you look at the disabled kids, and you be thinking that they can't do nothing, because right now. I have a disabled daughter. She, you know what I'm saying? She can't walk. She can't talk. It's like we do everything for her. But, you know what I'm saying? But I understand what the parents go through, and with their disabled kids. And you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we put a limit on the disabled kids. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we shouldn't do, because they are normal. You know what I'm saying? They normal to extent. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that a lot of the people is behind, the Jordan Corner, and people love it, and you know what I'm saying, that's something that the people should really should put their money behind, and because when you look at these disabled kids, it's like, man, it's like the heart will broke, and you'll be in tears, and especially when you have a disabled daughter, son, whatever, then you will understand. You know what I'm saying? You will put all your effort, all your energy into that. Whatever they are feeling.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, geez, that noise! I thought maybe you crashed your car on me.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a great organization, though.
Go ahead.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said Jordan's Corner sounds like a great organization. It brings disabled kids into the gym and stuff, right?
Yes, sir. That's what they did, and then, as a matter of fact, and it's still up running, and it's coming big. I'm saying it's coming real big, and it's they out of Chicago, and and even though I had experienced it, I've seen it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I thought, man, he was great, man.
Well, listen, on another note, I found some information I dug up that I found interesting. You used to be Floyd Mayweather's sparring partner?
You know what? It was a rumor that went around, and I don't even know how that came out. And you know what I'm saying? They say I was his sparring partner, and then he had owed me money. Then we was in a club, and then I knocked him out. We got in a fight. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was in my bed, sleep, beside my wife, and this and that. And you know how things goes, man. You know, people just post stuff and hype stuff up, and but the good thing about it is, my name was out there. That's all that matters. My name is out there, and they're like, "Who's Edner Cherry?" And people who knew Edner Cherry, like, "Nah, this can't." Man, it was my phone was blowing up, my Facebook was blowing up. It's like, man, the internet was blowing up. Like, Edner knocked out $400 because of some money issue, this and that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Me and Floyd Mayweather never spar. I never went to his gym before, and that was a little rumor that went around. But at the same time, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. I was actually going to get to that whole rumor, so I'm glad you cleared it all up. So, boxing fans, you have heard it here today on Boxing with the Truth, that Edner Cherry has never sparred Floyd Mayweather. He's never owed him any money. Floyd's never owed him any money. He never knocked Floyd Mayweather out. That rumor is completely false.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad we got that cleared up, because I wanted to find out if any of that was true myself. So.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I know, like, you had a hard time coming up in the pros in the beginning, but overall, how has boxing affected your life?
It's great, man. You know what I'm saying? I do the boxing full time. You know what I'm saying? I don't work. You know what I'm saying? I started working it's been about 5 years. 5 years since I went into the full-time boxing, and the boxing is great. I love it, and then at the same time I'm home with my family, with my kids, this and that, and especially when I'm having a fight coming up, and I'm still around.
So, is there any fighters that you looked up to growing up? Do you have any favorite boxers?
Yeah, when I was growing up, I used to look up to Evander Holyfield, because when I was little, they used to call me Little Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Because they had like a future, like the body and this and that. And so they used to call me Little Holyfield. And even I love watching Evander Holyfield, because it doesn't matter how big, how small, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He will fight anybody. He never ducked. He never ducked anybody. And and it'll show you boxing is a body. You know what I'm saying? Now these days, if if somebody's undefeated, that person don't want to fight, and if this person is big, they don't want to fight. They want some easy way out just to fight that person, and Evander Holyfield did it. You know what I'm saying? He fought anyone, anybody. He was no excuse. Win or lose, he went in there. He had the heart.
Oh no, I agree with you. He's one of my favorite fighters as well, for all those reasons.
Yes,
do you have any superstitions or rituals or habits before a fight?
No. I would say before a fight, when I'm getting ready, especially try to maintain my weight and try to stay away from certain things, and it's a food part, and sleep. But after that, not really. I don't really have no habits. I just stay focused. Every fight. And then I stay focused, and I don't need nobody that don't get on my case. They need to do that. What? But this life, it's a pro game. It's a professional game.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end this interview on this last question, Edner. I know you're trying to drive, so what do you want the boxing fans to say about Edner Cherry, the Cherry Bomb, when your career is over?
You know what? My career is over. Basically, man, you know what? I'm saying? I try to help the young ones. I'm saying the young kids I'm saying the kids are the future. You know what I'm saying? I want to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Because they need somebody to mentor them. You know what I'm saying? To help them. Because when I was young, I had somebody help me and teach me and show me. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the same thing for them. You know what I'm saying? To teach them, because if they have somebody to teach them and teach them where to go, you know what I'm saying, they will be there'll be somebody in life. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you know what I'm saying? I can't help every kid around the world, but I could touch somebody's life, some kid's life, where it could be somebody that later on we will do the same thing and pass it on. So that's my game for after when I'm done. I want to help a young kid out to fulfill their dream. Okay,
but what do you want the fans to say about Edner Cherry though when you're retired? What kind of fighter do you want them to say that you were?
What kind of fighter you? Do they want to say that one more time?
What kind of fighter do you want to say the fans that you were? Do you want how do you want to be looked at when your career's over?
You know what? I want to after my career's over, when the people see, I want people to see, man, Edner Cherry was a great fighter. He was an honest person. He's a person that don't get in trouble or put trouble, and with a good personality. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So I want to let them see a good character, not only in the ring but outside the ring.
Well, I appreciate the time that you've given me today, Edner, and taking the time to do this interview with me. And I wish you all the good luck in 2015. And hopefully before the end of this year, you have a world title belt around your waist.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's my dream.
Well, thank you again. And the truth has spoken.